have these feelings to move on with me and my daughter. And this is talking about from the child's father. But I'll get hope when he tells me he is following God. But I don't have time to wait on that. At the end, he still wants to do flesh things. I stay because he is my baby's daddy.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's real talk, man. Be very careful of feelings. Listen, man. Oh, I'll pass this on. Actions speak louder than words. Fruit is what people come to a tree for. So if that man's tree is barren and his action doesn't match what he promises, then you have to go to God and say, what is the exit plan? Or what is the plan? Because what if God says, I want you to stay because through your sacrifice and through your loving on him, you may redeem him. So people think, that's why it's two folds to that question. You have to always go to God to find out what side of the spectrum you're supposed to fall on. Don't put your trust in what he say he will do. Go behind the doors and pray for him, because at the end of the day, that's your baby's dad. And you don't want to have a situation where you stay because of feelings or you leave because of feelings. You leave and stay because of confirmation from God. Because feelings are like the waves of the sea, the wind from the clouds. And what happens in life when you get so caught up on, should I go, should I stay? Sometimes you need to be still until you know when God tells you to leave. In the meantime, until you find those directions, you have to go to God and say, God, I trust that you're going to guide me in this scenario. Let me see the question again. Now, okay, you say you have these feelings to move on with me and my daughter, but I'll get hope when he tells me he is following God. But I don't have time to wait on that. At the end, he still wants to do flesh things. I stay. See, the reason why you're staying is not valid. The reason why you go or the reason why you should stay should be based upon what God says. Because I know many of us find ourselves in situations where we don't know whether we should go, whether we should stay, and we get so caught up in our feelings at the moment. But never be a prisoner of the moment. Because if you're a prisoner of the moment, those feelings will wrap around you. And those feelings will begin to get from your wrists, not from your wrists, from your ankles to your waist, to your neck, to the point where now you're drowning in your own feelings and you don't even know what God is telling you to do. So the best thing to do in this situation is don't put your hope in that man. Don't let your hope rise or fall based upon his walk with God or not. Let your faith and your hope rise because of God. And when that happens, you will be able to see clearly on what you should do in that situation. Now, if it's an abusive situation, if it's something where it's compromising your walk with God, and if this is an unmarried situation, then you might want to separate yourself from that situation. Because if you're not married, you're not obligated. So what happens is if you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or whatever type of relationship that you're in, if it's not of God, you're already in sin with him. So what happens is you got to say, you know what, in order for me to do as what God wants me to say, if I'm not married to you, then it's best for me to go somewhere else and be in a safer place, whether with your parents or wherever, because it's not safe for you to be caught up with a man because your life is fluctuating based upon his walk. And if it's fluctuating based upon what he does, then once you start leaving, he'll say anything to get you. And you'll stay because of his enticing words. And so it's best for you to put yourself in a position, if you're not married, to just say, hey, I'm going to take me and my daughter. You can see your daughter. Don't take that man's daughter away from him. Be nice, show love, be kind, but be kind from a distance until you have enough strength and enough discipline to hold on to your feelings and know for sure this is what God tells me to do, because we don't know what story God is writing in that man's life. But if you're not married, you're not obligated to write it for him, because God is often the finisher of his faith if he chooses to. So that's my hope that helps. Might be harsh at some, but I hope it helps. Well, I don't want to put your business out. Well, talk to me afterwards if you need some more on that.